Hey, how y'all doing? It's your boy Amir. We're here from Control the Cool, man. We're just enjoying ourselves. We're here with none other than Miss Victoria Sangria. How you doing today?
Great.
Good,
Great.
good,
Thanks
good.
for
We're so
having
glad that you came out. You know, what we do here is this is your first time on Control the Cool. I know you've heard a lot about us. So what we have is a beautiful picture right here. Every time you see us in a new episode, we're gonna have a dope picture. This picture right here is by my man Joe Woods, man. It's a phenomenal picture. You can definitely check him out. He's in Newark. He'll also be in Philly soon. Make sure y'all look that up. So we'll have more information about that. But today, it's all about you. It's all about the drinks. It's all about the movement. So tell me a little about yourself. Tell me how you started for Victoria Sangria. You know, Sangria is a dope type of wine. So tell me how it started.
So, first of all, Victoria Sangria is named after my firstborn child.
Okay.
Her name is Sine Victoria.
Wow.
Sine, I call my miracle child. I was told to abort her. And yes, so she's here 15 years later.
Great.
I promised myself my first business would be named after her. So I'm actually in training with her to show her the ropes on what to do and how to run her own company.
So this is different. She's like the apprentice.
Yes.
Got it,
yes.
got it.
So in the interim, Sine was born 2004.
Okay.
And what happened was it was so crazy how she was born and everybody started coming over because they knew what I had gone through to have her. So people started showing up and I said, you know what, let me just make everyone an adult drink. Started making sangria out of nowhere, right? And people started to like it and said, oh, this is different. Because, you know, I don't know if you're a sangria drinker.
Not a little bit, not too much.
Okay, so sangria, when you go to the restaurant,
Okay.
it's a sweet drink. It's a sweet wine mixture with fruit. But what happens is at the restaurants, they put a lot of ice in it. So it starts out, it's watered down, and you end up buying more and more and more and more, which is the trick, right? That's the trick of the restaurant, to purchase more.
Okay.
But I promised myself my sangria would be different, where you can buy one bottle and get your money's worth. You don't have to sit there and buy more and more and more just to get a little buzz. You know
Okay. So what's the secret behind? No. Of course, you can't give the
ingredients.
Give you the
secret.
You can't give the ingredients, but what is the driving force behind you, behind the brand, behind the bottle, how it looks, like where does that initiate from? Does that initiate from the birth of your daughter, or is that from another place?
Well, it's from what I went through to have her.
Okay, and if you don't mind sharing, what was
it
the
was
adversity?
a lot. I mean, I could not even walk. I was in a wheelchair for almost 8 months of having her.
Wow.
I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. It was just a lot. Like being in the hospital a lot, not really being able to be who I am. Like I move around a lot.
Word.
I have a lot of energy.
Okay.
But I wasn't that person when I carried her. So I promised myself, you know what? When I'm making this, I'm putting all of that energy and love into it.
So it's a lot of love in that drink.
And if you look at my label is purple.
Okay.
Purple stands for love, agape love.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to put into my drink. It's all loving.
So let me ask you this: as people gradually drink Victoria Sangria, so to speak, as they gradually begin to drink it, what is it that you want people to make a difference of from you versus the store brand, or you versus more so like top shelf sangria, so to speak? What stands you out from them to you?
Me versus store brands?
Mm-hmm. Besides the love that you put in it. So of course you're gonna get the different tastes, but what is it that makes a difference? Because just to be a little bit of devil's advocate, I would have to say, okay, well, you know, I can get this or I can get Victoria Sangria. Which one is different? What's the difference? How am I gonna feel after drinking the store brand versus drinking your wine?
So my label says sangria with soul, which means it's not coming from Spain. It will have something in there that will make you feel good from the first swallow.
Okay, so you
It's
getting them
made
from the first sip.
Yes, first sip.
Good.
First sip, first swallow, you feel it. And that's why it says with soul. It's different.
Right.
It's made from a black woman.
Oh, you better talk about it.
Oh.
That's always a beautiful thing. So when you're creating something with soul, creating something with love, because as you're creating it, I mean, I can only imagine, the feelings that you're having for every bottle you manufacture. And where do you manufacture out of?
My home.
So you have the mini manufacturing
I
plant.
have everything there. What I will say is I'm in the process now of trying to get a liquor license so I can get it on the shelf. It's a long process.
Of course.
I'm trying to get more investors so I can pay for it.
Okay.
A liquor license can be $50,000, be $100,000.
Close to $1 million.
Yeah, so that's my project right now of
Okay.
trying to get it on the shelf. Right now I'm doing everything by myself.
Wow.
In addition to working a full-time job. In addition to being a mom of 2.
Wow. So I can only imagine the type of effort that you're putting in to your brand. Let me ask you this. Where do you see yourself within the next 5 years for the Sangria?
Next 5 years, I plan to have a Sangria truck that's mobile, where I can show up at amusement parks, I can show up at adult parties, I can pull up in the truck and have it right there available for people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And how long have you been doing this? How long has the business have been striving?
Since she was born, September 2004.
So this is what? So she's what? 12, you said? 12,
She's 15.
15.
But it did not become official until January of last year. And I say that because I paid someone to brand it. So I went to a branding agency and I paid them to come up with a logo and labels and all types of stuff. I even had t-shirts. So it became official last year. So everything up until that point was pretty much just me showing up at parks, the house music festivals and all kinds.
Was you there with Sangria?
Oh yeah.
How did you do it?
I've been doing that for years.
How did you do it?
I did well. I mean, because I have friends who told other people and people posting on social media and people were showing up. And I mean, I would go home with not one bottle in my bag.
So you just selling out of everything.
Oh yeah. It sells itself.
So let me ask you this. So the purpose, of course, of Control the Cool is really controlling what you feel. How does creating your Sangria, in your opinion, adapt to art? How is it an art form to you?
Well,
it's a deep question. I stumped you a little bit.
You know what? There's an art to how I use the fruit. And I can't say too much.
Okay.
There's a method behind the fruit.
Okay.
And this is why when I post, if you go on my Instagram page, you look at my bottles, you see the way the fruit is situated in every single bottle. I do that for a reason.
Okay.
Because Sangria is made with fruit. People need to be able to see that when they go on my Instagram page.
Okay.
If I just posted a bottle,
right,
there's no fruit in it, people are like, what kind of Sangria is that? Because that's what makes it.
Right.
So that's why my pictures are so graphic, where you can actually visualize every single piece of fruit in it.
So if you had to relate it, so today, this is the artwork for today. Relate this piece of art to your Sangria.
She looks like me, first. She looks like me. Big eyes, everything. Lips. Well, it's vibrant, just like my logo. Just like my
and you said the purple. Yes. So of course there's a lot of purple here.
Everything. She looks like me.
It looks like you.
Yeah, to me. Big eyes, the full lips.
So give this a name.
I can't say my name.
You say this if it's yours. Let's just say the artist. Let's just say the artist drew this. He drew this with you in mind. He drew exactly, or created, shall I say, the mural about you. What is the name?
Vibrant.
All right, tell me why.
That's who I am. That's me. I'm bright. I'm vibrant. I'm bubbly.
Okay.
Except when we work out in the morning. But I'm bubbly. I'm bright. That's who I am.
Right.
When I walk into a room, and this is not coming from a place of being, all right, not being conceited, but I have that presence, and that's what this has. It stands out.
Right. So actually, let me see if I can get my producers here. What can I get? What is the artist name? Not the artist name. The name of the
Gypsy Queen.
the Gypsy Queen. Gypsy Queen. See, always good to have people in the background where you can forget. So this is and the artist that drew this, he's a phenomenal artist. He's definitely going to try to get him on the show, Mr. Joe Woods. So this right here was something that we received from him to try to display. But I think he was kind of thinking everything out, and he had you on the show. It's like, let's see how you like it. And believe it or not, when we sat down and spoke to Mr. Woods about this, this was actually created for a picture of his wife. So it was crazy how we were discussing. We're gonna have you guys together. Trust me, we're gonna have more shows, have you guys together. But this right here was just a great piece of artwork that he put together for the picture of his wife. So you can imagine again the art form of this into creating exactly what you do. Create a drink that's filled with love, that's filled with the aggravation that you may have had, the pregnancy, the wheelchair, the hospital. So I can only imagine that all of that is going inside of your drink. So let me say this. If you are promoting this with your drink, where would you go? It could be anywhere. State, place, anywhere. Where would you be with this photo and your sangria?
Harlem.
Okay, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Right by the Apollo. I go there a lot.
Okay, so that's your place.
Just to hang out. It's culture for me.
Okay, and I think this piece here is definitely shows a piece of culture. Me personally, if I'm viewing from what I see, just because it's a gypsy, but I just see blackness. I just see blackness, and that is one of the forces behind controlling the cool, because you get to control exactly what this is. And for you, with Sangria, I can only present that you control the same type of, the same situation. And of course, you say you control the outcome. Of course, now with your daughter being born, it was always my daughter, the outcome.
Right.
My daughter, the outcome.
And
so how did you kind of separate the two?
It's hard. It's hard to separate. But what I will say is the driving force behind it is always don't let anyone tell you what you can't do. Because I had gone to 2 and maybe 3 doctors who told me it wasn't possible to have it. Yeah, and I kept following up. I was stubborn, but I wanted what I wanted. I said, I'm not giving up my baby. This was baby number 1 for me.
Right.
I just kept going. I mean, through all of the doctor's appointments and ER visits, kept going. I didn't give up.
Right.
So here we are. She's 15 years old, and I tell her to this very day, you see what I'm doing? I'm doing this as a result of what I went through having it. Don't ever let anyone tell you what you can do. If it's something that you're passionate about, make it happen.
Wow.
You'll have problems, but you gotta push through.
Wow.
So I consider myself to be a strong person.
That's amazing. Well, listen, this is amazing, and we're so glad to have you here at the show. We're definitely going to see more of you. Listen, people, you're definitely going to see more of Control the Cool, and you're also going to see more of Miss Victoria Sangria. So before we close out, tell me where we can find you.
You can find me on Instagram. My handle is Victoria Sangria as one word.
All right, listen, this is your boy Mir from Control the Cool. Thank you.